Hi, I'd like to show you a new feature in the Simple IoT UI. If you expand a node and click on this little list button, you will see a raw view of all the points in the node. So the Simple IoT UI is kind of an engineering UI. It shows a tree of the nodes, and in the past we required a custom UI. So if you click on a user, you see a custom UI for a user node. Click on device, and likewise serial. So if you're developing a new client, you pretty much have to develop the UI first. However, with this raw node view, if you're developing a client, you can quickly see and modify points without having to develop the UI first. And this is really handy for development. And any of these points we can add or remove. So let's go to a different node. Let's go to the serial node, and let's just clean all these up. So this is what we started with, and say we want to add some new functionality to the serial client. Let's add a new node type called latency or something. Okay, so now this latency node is here, and we can give it any values we want. And the serial port UI, it displays unknown points, or points that aren't part of the standard config, so we see that points there now. The other thing we can do is add a custom node type. So for developing a completely new client, the UI is not developed yet, we can add a custom node type. Let's call it XYZ. And close some of this stuff down. So now this new custom node is displayed here. Let's modify the description and go into raw view. And maybe we want to add a couple temperature points. Oops. And 47.6. Okay, so now we added a couple points that we may need in our client. So the way node points, the way Simple IoT works is it's a tree of nodes, and each node can have a number of points. And these points are identified by a type and a key. So here the type is description, the key is 0. The key is often an index in an array, but it could also be like a key in a map. So we might say we want temperature, temperature left and temperature right. So that's another example of how you might use the key to differentiate points of the same type. And if we want to get rid of these, we can do that. So this is a new feature in the UI. Hopefully it's useful to people developing new features in Simple IoT or working on external clients. Say you're using Simple IoT as a technology base and you're implementing a custom application on top of it. With a custom user interface, you may not ever be adding the UI for your custom nodes, but using this raw node feature, you can still edit the points in it, so it's very useful for engineering and development. Hope this helps. Thanks.